Oh God, this is so exciting. Okay, you ready?
I think so.
What's going on, y'all? Tech Me Out here, and in this video, this will be the first iteration of the Tech Tea series that I have been talking about. Yes, sip your tea on that note, right? I know when I first presented the idea, it was more like tech tea, you know, tea meaning news, so tech news was the approach of it. But I wanted to use it more as an umbrella to kind of do other things as well, such as the tech tea with the non-techy. But I know the title is, you know, still under works, but that's the gist of it. Where basically in this video, I'm gonna present my friend here, Everyday KaShay, with the device that she has not used and may not even know anything about, and get her perspective of it. So KaShay is also a YouTuber. If you can kind of give a quick summary of what you do on YouTube.
Yeah, so Everyday KaShay here. I host on my channel a few different fun segments like KaShay's Kickstand, but primarily my channel focuses on plus size fashion.
Awesome. So of course her info is going to be linked down below. Before we begin, can you give everybody on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being not techie at all, and 10 being very techie, where would you fit on that scale?
I'm gonna be bold. I'm gonna say a 7.
Woo!
Right? No, that sounds pretty high.
No, it does. After giving the explanation, you might want
a little 6.5. No, I think I can stick with 7.
7, okay.
I have an interest in technology, and I think, you know, because technology is something that I use every day, I'm not completely
oblivious
or ignorant to technology.
Any experience with Android? All right, so in that case, let's get this started, y'all. This is the phone in question today. So I'm gonna hand you the phone.
Okay.
First question, of course, KaShay, is what phone are you holding? Do you know?
I am holding an Android.
Okay, great. Good job, good job. Do you know what model of OnePlus is? OnePlus it is.
The OnePlus. I'm not certain.
And it is the OnePlus 7 Pro. There we go.
OnePlus
7 Pro. There we go. Yes. All right, so you have that. Does it ring a bell?
No, it doesn't. But I also don't know if my mic is ringing a bell, so I should probably check to make sure that we.
If you hear a shift in the audio, you know why. This is the first one, y'all.
It's
not.
This is why I gave myself a 7, okay? Because I knew better, right? I knew I needed to check it. People are probably watching. They're like, 2, sis.
Right, 2, right. Do you know anything about the OnePlus 7 Pro?
No, I don't. I'm not familiar at all.
Okay.
With this phone, with this device.
Actually, you could take it out of the case.
Okay.
And give us your opinion of what it feels like in hand.
Okay. So I mean, it feels pretty good. It feels pretty sleek. I really love this color on the back.
God, it's called Nebula Blue.
Nebula?
Yes.
I don't know what Nebula means, but I like it.
So let's, I guess, go ahead and unlock the phone and dive a little bit deeper.
Okay.
And I will do that for you, actually, because I haven't set her up in the phone, of course, but I do want you to observe how I unlock this phone, okay? I can unlock it with what's known as an in-screen fingerprint reader. So most phones have a fingerprint reader that's a physical button. This one has it built in the screen. Boom, I'm in.
Okay, that was quick.
All right, very quick, 0.21 seconds. Quick.
Okay.
What do you think of the display as you're looking at it, first impressions?
I mean, first impression, this wallpaper is real dope. But it also feels like the screen is kind of covering like from edge to edge. Or like from side to side. So it feels like it's wrapping around, which is pretty dope. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Awesome.
I'll admit that.
Do you like it more than your iPhone first impression of it? Like,
no,
is
wait
it?
a second.
Okay, I'm insulting. My bad.
Not insulting.
No, okay.
We don't have to go that far.
Okay.
But also, I think this is really cool because it's also new, right?
Yeah. So you notice there's no in-screen sensors. Did you notice that? Like, there's no camera.
What?
Or anything like that. It's just all display.
It's just all display.
Yeah.
I didn't notice that.
All right, so when you first get a phone, what is one thing that you like to test out, other than, of course, how it feels in hand? But what would be that next thing you probably would dive into?
I mean, of course, I'm gonna test the selfie. Like, I want to be able to take a good photo with my phone. So
Same.
I'm guessing that's what, that and the music.
Yes.
You know, I need to hear what my music is gonna sound like.
Let's test both of those things. And while we're at it, let us know down below in the comment section, what do you like to test out first when you get your phone? Let's test out the camera and see how your selfie game is.
All right, bet. Ooh, hey.
Did you observe anything happening when you did that?
It looked like something changed with the lighting, as though we're like trying to find the right light for me.
All right, let's try it again. Let's flip the camera.
Why are you looking at me like that? I guess that was the wrong answer.
A little bit. Okay, observe the phone.
Oh! There was this little, an extra camera.
Yes.
This is the camera.
Yes.
Only on camera.
But the camera, as you saw there, does eject from the phone because you don't have the sensors at the top to hold it. So that's a pretty cool feature. But I'll let you go ahead and take your selfie.
All right, gotta get the good angles here. If y'all don't know how to take a selfie, I'll make a video on how to do just that.
So you gotta make sure you're subbed.
But I like that.
Now let's actually take one with your iPhone.
Okay.
Challenge.
Finesse match. We can do that. All right, so I know exactly what to do.
Okay.
To get, ooh.
Oh, so you use a different angle on the iPhone.
Ooh, I don't know if this one is as wide.
All right, now cross compare. Do you favor one over the other and looking at it on your phone? In terms of the clarity, not per se the pose and such, but
yeah, I mean,
the
honestly,
look.
I like, I can't believe I'm saying this.
Oh!
I like the wide angle of the OnePlus selfie. Taking it in this.
Hold up.
No, sis.
Let's not get too crazy, okay? But I like the fact that I was able to hold it in this orientation and it caught both sides of the background. But I think if I had to choose one, period, I'm gonna choose the OnePlus 7 Pro. Okay.
So you like the wide angle and the lighting. Okay. So with the selfie cam, we've tested that. Let's try the rear facing camera.
Okay.
So the rear facing camera on the OnePlus 7 Pro is 48 megapixels.
Okay.
Now when you hear those terms or that term, what does that mean to you?
Megapixels, in some way means clarity.
Yes.
See? 7.
We still rolling?
Are we?
We were never
No.
rolling.
I pressed the record button. You saw it. It was orange.
Why you always lying? Oh my God.
It was. Did it bump something?
She's gonna put me in the negative on my tech rating.
3 points. You're now down. What? To a 5? No, you're 4.
At least I can do math. How's that for the tea?
So we're gonna flip the camera around.
Okay,
and we're
I
gonna
just flip
test
it around.
this.
Okay, all right. Even with this up still? A little.
You took me too literal. I meant like flip this.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I was like, even with this still out, like we just.
No.
Okay.
So you notice when you do that, it does go back
Okay, it
in.
goes back
So
down.
it
That was my
ejects when you
concern.
need it,
Okay.
and then it goes back in. I'm sorry, KaShay.
Really feeling like I'm at a 3 right now.
Y'all, let us know what level is KaShay.
Be kind in the comments. I will clap back.
She will. I will too. Y'all be nice. KaShay, if you could take a photo of anything, maybe the cup,
Sure.
if you
Yeah.
like, whatever you like to take with the rear
No.
facing.
It's okay.
Yeah, keep that. Yeah, there we go.
I mean, both of them are cute or whatever.
Y'all know what that means. What are we leading up to, KaShay? What do you like better?
The 7 Pro.
No, the 7 Pro wins again. So keep in mind, these are initial camera tests. All right, so initial camera tests from KaShay's perspective.
Yeah.
The OnePlus 7 Pro thus far has impressed her. All right, now KaShay, if you could physically flip the phone around. Sorry, yeah,
now this time.
there you go. What do you observe on the back there in the section where the cameras are
These
located.
are a lot of cameras.
Yes.
There are what appear to be 3, and then
Yep.
this looks like a flash of some sort.
Yep. So as you observe there are 3 cameras on the back. So that means you now have the ability to switch between 3. So you have an ultra wide, you have a main camera, which is 48 megapixels.
Is there a telephoto?
Yep. At the bottom, these 3 symbols signify which of.
you to switch.
Yep. Exactly.
Okay.
So you can see how that could be useful,
Yeah.
especially if you're out, you're traveling, and you want to capture some more photos. You're not limited as much as you may be with other phones. I'm just saying that. I'm just saying with other phones. So that is the camera. The next thing you said you wanted to test out was the speakers, right?
Yes.
So let's test those speakers out.
All right, bet.
The lowest ads, the highest bid, and
Like
Pretty
it?
dope. Yeah.
related products
It
down.
looks
And you
good.
can spread the video so it takes up the entire screen.
Okay.
So speakers sound good?
Speakers sound good.
All right.
It looks good. I think it looks better than it sounds.
Okay.
I
But
mean, you know, I'd give it like a B.
a B. Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough. I could agree to that.
Yeah.
So on this particular phone, you have a 4,000 milliamp battery. Does that mean anything to you? Not at all?
The word battery does.
No.
That part goes
Right out.
zoom.
Okay,
And I
totally
just know that
understand.
you usually mean that means good battery, but I don't know what the measures are.
What phone do you have? Your personal phone is a what?
An iPhone XS Max.
All right, let's go to Google and search iPhone XS Max battery. So the iPhone
or
XS
almost
Max
32.
is almost 3,200 milliamps, whereas this OnePlus 7 Pro is 4,000. So, you know math, 4,000 is greater than 31 or 3,200. So this has a larger battery. So that means battery life should be better on this than your phone, technically. But only usage would be able to really confirm, of course. Right?
Yeah, yeah.
Not only does it have a big battery, but it also has something known as warp charge. If you had to guess what that meant, if someone were to say it has warp charging.
And I'm gonna imagine that it's gonna charge
Yes.
really quickly at
Yes.
warp speed.
So it charges up within 20 minutes. We've been doing a little bit of navigation. It has a 6.67 inch AMOLED display, so it's gonna have those really vibrant colors. So that's what
that.
okay is meant by that statement. The other thing that it has is a 90 hertz refresh rate. So are you familiar with what that means at all?
Not unless we're talking about like when you open an app, how quickly it refreshes, or like how quickly it goes back to maybe what current task it was doing.
More like how fast you can navigate. So it's
Okay.
that and more.
Okay.
So it's
All right.
just navigation as a whole. Everything should be really responsive, really snappy. Now, another feature that's built into the phone is known as Zen mode.
Okay.
So, in hearing that, what would that kind of mean to you?
I would imagine that Zen mode is something that I'd want to do if I were practicing like my yoga, or if I were trying to meditate, or if I were trying to like just vibe out or chill or relax.
It's a tap into that. It allows you to do that
Sure.
because it puts your phone in a state for a specific amount of time where you cannot use it. So it allows you to.
For why?
I guess that's not Zen to you.
No.
So it helps you detach from your technology so that you can enjoy your surroundings. Like if we're out to eat and you're on your phone too much and you are having trouble focusing, you can put it in Zen mode so that it will make your phone inoperable basically and only allow you to do like emergency calls and things like that. You know?
Not a fan. Not a fan. And I haven't experienced it, so I may feel very differently after I experience it.
I need discipline.
But so if we were at dinner, like I'm more of a person that's gonna want to play the game of like put your phone in the
Basket.
whoever touches
Fair
or goes
enough.
for their phone first, then they're paying for dinner. Like those
that.
are the kind of but I don't know that I want my device to have
That type of control.
feature.
So the operating system in which you're using and have been using on the phone is known as Oxygen OS. So when you compare that, or Android in general, to iPhones, do you know like one of the main differences outside of, when it comes to that ecosystem type of thing? iPhone is going to give you, basically when you open it up, you have one of each app. It gives you the apps that you need. Android is sometimes known to give you duplication of apps because it has the phone manufacturer apps and Google's apps. So
Okay.
you might have Google Notes along with Samsung Notes.
Gotcha.
But with Oxygen OS, it's more of an iOS-like experience because you don't have that redundancy. Now, KaShay, any questions about the OnePlus 7 Pro? Did you also observe it charges via USB-C?
I didn't know that it charged via USB-C. I mean, I think as a level, between a level 4 and a 7 user, those are all of the questions that naturally I would probably ask about the function of my phone. I'm curious, because I know that you also use other devices, other phones. How does this stack up to the other devices that you use?
I like it. I like, especially because I am, iOS based on a lot of things that I use, or Apple based on a lot of things that I use. I like the fluidity on the OnePlus 7 Pro, and I like the what's the word? The stock-like experience that we talked about. I like the fact that it's a very pure Android experience. The camera's decent. The audio for video, not so much, but the video quality's okay. I love the screen. That really gets me every time, and the camera pop-up never gets old. So I really enjoy it for an Android-based experience, I'll say that.
You made me compare between my iPhone and the 7 Pro.
That's tight.
Give us the tea.
That's tight for the simple fact that I love the features of the 7 Plus Pro because it really makes me feel productive with the screen real estate and the way that I'm able to maximize that screen real estate with the apps on the phone. From enjoying videos on to being able to multitask, because I'm a multitasker. I love the fact that I can watch a video and type. I cannot do that on iOS, no matter how much I want to. I can do it on an iPad, but I can't do it on my iPhone. I really wish I could. But that's one thing I really like about it. I like it, but the thing is with any Android-based device really is that sometimes disconnect that you feel when you pair it with your other Apple devices, your ecosystem of Apple devices. It breaks it, so you gotta find a way to kind of make them work together, which is to utilize things like Google Calendars and music services that will work on all. So it can be tricky, but it's all based on, I feel like if you're really deep in the Apple ecosystem, it's gonna be hard to switch.
Yeah.
Hopefully that answers your question a bit.
You know what? You
Okay.
gave me a good sip.
That's the tech tea,
You know?
okay?
Cheers.
All right, so of course, after we talked about the device, we gotta share the price. What would your guess be? How much do you think this phone is?
I'm gonna go right at or under $1,000.
Ah, you think this is like $999?
Yeah, we'll go like $949.
Wow. You will be shocked to know then.
Is it more expensive?
It's
How much?
$669.
Wait, $669?
Yes.
Stop that.
For a 256 gig base model, 3 cameras, in-screen fingerprint sensor, 90 hertz. All these terms mean
4,000
something.
milliamps.
Ash, what?
I'm back at 7.
Oh,
Give me my 7. Give me my 7. I know we're probably peaking on the audio.
Right at 7.
Now I'm at 8.
All right.
No, that $669 is nothing.
No.
Well, let's be
I
clear.
mean, it's not cheap, but
I don't just have it,
just sitting there, right? Of course,
waiting for me to grab a 7 Pro. Wow,
Yeah.
I spent way more.
Right, especially with
Almost
specs.
double.
Yes. Especially with specs that are almost in line with, or if not in line with, more expensive devices. And I'll leave it there. So if you're looking for a budget phone that's really not a budget phone, but it's, if you're looking for a phone that's a little bit more affordable, but with, kind of flagship-like specs.
Yeah, it's definitely a grab. If you need something that's economically friendly, with some great features.
Either way, you're still breaking out cheaper. Look.
Y'all, that's like half of what I paid for my iPhone. Oh my God.
Everyone, I hope you enjoyed this first iteration of the Tech Tea. KaShay, are you switching?
Hell, sorry. Wait a second. I'm not switching.
So she's not switching, y'all. Fair enough. But you now know a little bit more about your options.
Yes.
Or an option if you chose to switch.
And I mean, it was a hard contender on those photos, y'all.
So I'm gonna have some more information linked below about the OnePlus 7 Pro down below in the description box, as well as KaShay's info and some other videos and just goodies that you may all like. Hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed this, and if you have some feedback for me regarding what I could do better or different in the next episode of the Tech Tea, don't hesitate to drop that down below. Just be kind.
Be nice.
Be nice.
Because we quite bad.
All right. And the block button is real. All right, y'all, we're gonna wrap it up here. We're gonna drag it out a little bit more.
Yeah.
As always,
thanks for taking the time out to let us Tech Tea you out.
Hey! Yes! All right, y'all, that's it for this one. Till the
Only
next
on
one.
camera. Only on camera.